Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, and today we're doing Bowery Bugs. And Bowery Bugs, I believe Bowery Bugs was a request, was it not? I don't keep good notes, you guys. Oh yes, Sketch Bud. Hey, I like Sketch Bud. Sketch Bud has been with us for a while. Pretty much, there was a while where pretty much all of the thumbs up we would ever get were from Sketch Bud, and so it's nice to be thumbed up, I suppose, by such a capable artist. But I bet you, Sketch Bud, I bet you picked this cartoon for the reason why a lot of us like this cartoon, and that's because it's, well, I'm just guessing, but it's probably because, A, Billy Bletcher is such a memorable character, as he often is when he's called upon to do a voice. But the cartoon's noteworthy because it's the only cartoon directed by Art Davis to star Bugs Bunny. It's the only Bugs Bunny cartoon that Art ever directed. Art was pretty much an animator. You know, people know about Robert McKimson, I think, in that he withheld the temptation, so to speak, of becoming a director because he just wanted to be an animator, and that was where he felt that he shined. That's the great Billy Bletcher there.
Have a good luck charm, and you're it.
Now wait a minute, Doc.
But McKimson, you know, eventually became a director and a successful director, and Art really did, you know, really did want to be just an animator, and I don't mean to say just an animator, but there's more ways to be expressive as an artist, as an animator, at least in those days, in terms of the way the cartoons are made and structured, and you know, and also I remember thinking for the longest time that this cartoon was a McKimson cartoon, primarily because of Billy Bletcher's character here, that big lower jaw. McKimson loved big lower jaws, but that didn't really manifest for another couple of years at this point. This is 1949. And so, I mean, maybe I incorrectly made an assumption, but who was to think that a cartoon that was this popular and was on TV as often as it wasn't directed by one of the big hotshot the regular directors, you know, Chuck or Frizz or Bob McKimson? Certainly wouldn't have been Clampett. Certainly wouldn't have been Clampett because of a number of things, but how left to right the staging is. Oh, I just want to hear Billy.
It's a carnation, Doc. Why?
Come on. You're me mascot, see? You gotta fluence these dice.
I love the characters in the background that are just background paintings. Kind of reminiscent of Great Piggy Bank Robbery.
Hey, I lost.
Well, even us mascots gotta warm up a little. Here, on these I am practically infallible.
Yeah, it never really occurs to you just how his teeth are. He's got so many spaces between his teeth.
I'll have to call the bouncer. Hey, gorilla.
Yeah, this cartoon, I'm just watching it. I'm just falling into it. Oh, by the way, animator that doesn't get a lot of credit on this one is Don Williams. He did that scene just now. And they also drew Bugs's on that last shot. They drew Bugs's the line on his chest, the gray line. You got to get that right, folks. And a lot of the off-model stuff in the coloring books and everything, they would always draw that line that's supposed to be invisible on Bugs's chest, the gray line. but they did it there, because I was on a sharp lookout for that. There's a lot about this that feels off model, and when you're a kid, and when I say off model, meaning it just doesn't feel 100% right in the way that it's put. This actually looks like it could have been done by McKimson. That animation is a bit lopsided. But boy, dude, these colors, I mean, they didn't mess this one up very much for the golden. Let me see, what releases were this? Was this one on? Because I know I had it on Volume 3, Golden Collection Volume 3. Oh, that's right, because Barrier did a commentary for it, which Michael Barrier, I've often criticized Michael Barrier for sounding boring, but he's sounding way more entertaining than I am right now. I'll tell you that right now. This cartoon just it doesn't feel like the normal. I mean, it's because Art Davis isn't used to the character of directing Bugs Bunny, which is a task, but there's just not a lot to say about it that other than, what it feels weird, doesn't it? It doesn't it feel weird to you guys? Does it? That's what I want you to do in the comments of this commentary, in the commentary comment section. That's what I'm saying. Talk about that. What is this cartoon? What is it about this cartoon? Wow, the way he went out of the room like that was pretty cool. But there's something about this cartoon that I could never put my finger on, and I don't think it's just the fact that it's directed by Art Davis. There's some semi Clampett feel, and I think that's because Bill Melendez was animating on it. He went by the name J.C. Melendez then, before he went to straight up to Bill. By the way, that is actually based on a true story. The guy falling off the bridge.